Greetings, Keechlings. Keech Prime here with my live reaction of Attack on Titan, Chapter 131. But before we get to that, I want to take note of something that was brought to my attention after I live reacted. It was the following morning. Yeah, the reason why the scan was so bad, and I made note of it in my reaction, I was like, the quality is just poor. It was like, because it was somebody that's trying to mislead the fandom. Like, they made it seem like Eren was, Historia's baby daddy. And, yeah, I was a bit fooled. I mean, I think I was still a little on the fence, like, oh, it could go either way, but I think I was probably more in the camp that it's like, oh, he's the father. It's like, and then the next morning I found out that, no, that's not the translation, and it's like the person was legitimately trying to mislead us all, so... Sadly, I was one of the fooled. I will take the L, but I mean, how could I know? But anyway. Okay, no title yet. We've got a couple fez-wearing immigrants here. Look, also, sorry for any background noise you may hear. Look, Halai, or Hal Ill, we're the only ones who know about this hiding place. We'll save money until this bag is full. Oh, I thought that was a bird's nest. And then we'll definitely find a good place to live with everyone. But Ramsay, yeah, you guys ain't gonna know. The world's ended. I mean, last chapter was fantastic. That second half, after we got done with like the reminding flashback kind of stuff, which was alright. A refresher every once in a while is okay. Not a big deal, but definitely you want more of what's actually going on. Like, we get it, for the most part. My memory's bad, but, like, I can remember at least the broad strokes of things. So, yeah. But, like, that second half with them Titans, like, swimming in under the boats, and it's like, crap, we can't do anything. And then they're heading to land, and Eren's there, and he's like, they're like action figures to him, and they're colossal Titans. It's like, oh, just that fog and everything. It's like, oh, it was lovely. But, anyway, moving on. If we keep stealing like this, someday you'll get your left hand cut off, too. What? Oh, shit. Okay, so he got the Jasmine treatment, or I guess it would have been more the Agrabah, like punishment. So he lost a hand. You shouldn't do anything that'll make Grandpa sad anymore. But somebody has to do it, so everyone can leave that worn-out tent. Not everyone makes it through winter. People die every year. Yeah, I don't want that anymore. Aw, I mean, his intentions are good, but, like, the methods are still not great. That's why, Halil. If I die, please give this money to everybody. Ramsay? Okay, everyone's fleeing. I guess they saw the Titans. Hide it. Okay, so they're like, hide it, there's people here. What is it? The people from town? They're running. Yeah, those are Marleyans, so yeah, they definitely are running from Eren and his army of colossals. Why? Okay, they can feel the very ground trembling. The ground is, and the title is rumbling. Oh, Lord. Oh, crap, they can see it from the hill. There's crying. Yes, you cannot see the massive shadows of humans. Okay, interesting, like, which way are they coming from? Like, that's the ocean. It's like, shouldn't they be coming this way? But it looks like they're heading off that way, or are they coming from that way? I don't know. Okay, the birds are all freaking out. They're like, Kaka! It's Armageddon! Kaka! Because, like, Odin, I think, had, like, 2 ravens, and these are, like, crow ravens, so, yeah. I don't know how long it'll take, but someday those people will massacre them all. Okay. And here's just a normal night on the Marley seafront. just chimney sweeps, sailors come ashore, people having tea, going to restaurants, and there's Eren. Before long, they'll all die. No, I'll kill them. Okay, so that was him saying that. Gotcha. Right. Therefore, it's decided in the future, too. Paradise Island didn't find a way to survive, right? Anything and everything will be lost. Houses, people, animals, lives, dreams. I mean, if you say people, then you say lives, but you're also animals as well, so it's like a little redundancy there. But, alrighty. He sees a pregnant woman and her husband shopping, and he's thinking of his own mother. It's like, her life was taken by you monsters, so I don't mind taking yours. Mom, what would she think? She probably would slap you right in the fucking face. It's like, I didn't die to the Titan trying, to like ward you away. And it's like, no, you stay away. And it's like, because I wanted you to kill people. Like, killing the Titans was one thing. But like, just killing other people, I think she would be totally against it. Okay, we're here with the Reese family. I believe that was how it was pronounced, right? Are the ones who must die, us Eldian people, just like how the King of the Walls chose the path of suicide. At the very least, the number of people between the island and the outside that would die is a huge difference. It's the truth that if the Eldian people were to be completely extinct, the problem of the Titans would be gone. Okay, he's thinking about that, but it's like, would it really though? I mean, I feel like they've manufactured the method of like mass producing Titans as is. Like, they would probably find a way to reverse engineer Titan genetics at some point and make like an Eldian like DNA serum that they could further continue the lineage or something, or have maybe Marleyans eat the remains of, Eldians or something. Like, they would find a way, because they want to weaponize them Titans. Be it the Titans are slowly being outdated with technology, but it's still a very powerful thing. I mean, who wouldn't want to use massive monstrosities of war? So, but that outcome is one I cannot agree with. Okay, and he's still walking through the crowds of people. That boy, I saw him in my future memory. Who is that kid? I should probably help him. He's getting like beat up, or are those guys beating him up? What the hell's going on? This kid's a refugee from another country, and a repeat offender pickpocket. The picket is what I think I was going to say. So this is just a tradesman doing a bit of pest control. Oh, wait, I think we saw this. Oh wait, is that what's his name? That might be what's his name? Ramsay. It's got nothing to do with you. Get lost. Yeah, I don't know if Eren would, like, not do anything, maybe? Yeah, that's true. What am I thinking? Even though I'll kill that boy someday. How conceited. There are no limits to the violence I'll be committing from here on. Okay, they're beating him up, just kneeing him in the stomach. You're a full-grown man. There's no excuses for my pretend justice. Oh, he's vomiting. Good lord. Oh, yes. So it is him. Yeah, this is how he met with the refugees. Excuse me. Or I think. Right? But anyway, thank you. The future doesn't seem like it can be changed. Okay. And there's... Is that Reiner? I don't know. This does seem familiar, but I can't remember who was there. I was the same Reiner. A piece of shit. No wrong. Worse than that. I'm sorry. Oh, he's pleading to the boy. I'm sorry. So it was Eren that was there. Why are you crying? Ramsay, hurry up. Okay, so they are literally on the doorstep right now. Like, there's a little bit of the city left, or this city, township, whatever it is, and then you have the refugee camp on this hill, and it's like they can just see them, like, I dare say 20 steps away for these colossals. Maybe 30. Anyway, less than 50. I'm going to just keep changing the number. So let's press on, shall we? Okay. So he's seeing the Titans. And it's like we're getting close-ups of their faces, and that one doesn't look like it has eyes. Like, it's like a hollow just hole in its head. Like, if it wasn't for Eren controlling them, would this one even be able to do much? You know, unless it has just hollow eyes. I mean, like, you know, eyes that are kind of sunk in, but like I don't see anything. Or maybe the eyes rolled into the back of its head, because I do see kind of like what looks like veins, you know, on the eye, or blood vessels. Run, run! Why are Titans? Run for somewhere high up. Go up the mountain. It's no good. Look. Oh God, there's Titans coming from the mountain. Shit. The Titans are even up the mountain. It's over. There's nowhere left to run. No way. There's nothing left to do but die. Did the Marley people run away even without even saying anything? Those Titans are so fast. At least just the children. Ramsay, are we going to be crushed? Oh, so he's like questioning his brother, friend. I'm not really sure if they're related or not. And they're like, what should we do now? Are we about to pay for our sins? No way. You can't give up. Okay, so he's Ramsay's taking the initiative, but what is he? Okay, he's thinking of Eren again. For the sake of the island, the Eldians. No, it wasn't just that. Okay, so we've got the refugees, and they're running through the streets, which is actually kind of weird. Like, how'd they get down into the town, and why would the town be the safe option? But I would think somewhere through the forest, but, you know. Oh, he dropped the money. Halai, or Hallel. It sounds like I'm saying, like, Superman characters now. Hallel of the House of El. Or Il. The money. That was just beyond the walls. It was different from what I dreamed of. Hallel. Oh, boy. Okay, that's getting close. Just them trampling through the buildings as you got the two boys just there in the street, and he's like trying to clutch at whatever money he can get. Oh no. Oh, here comes that big meaty foot. Oh, it's about to just run right through those buildings as they're trying to run away. The debris, it's going to crush them, isn't it? From the world I saw in Armin's book, it was different. Oh, yep. But there goes the kids. One got, I think his head's gone. And the other one looks like he just probably has a broken back now. When I learned that humanity lived outside the walls, I was disappointed. Okay. What, disappointed in what they did with the world and what they did to you Eldians? Or just disappointed that you thought you were the only humans in the world, or that there was more out there? But I'm confused, Eren. Okay, kids crying. Oh, that leg's, yeah, it got crushed. So now he sadly has a matching leg for his matching hand. The other dude, yeah, I was right. That was a head injury. Though he didn't lose his whole head, but he lost a good third or fourth of it. And he's just holding the money in last moments, and it's like they're not going to survive unless Eren intervenes. It's like, those boys, they did nothing wrong. I mean, really, you would think he would let at least the kids of like survive, because like they haven't really necessarily been persuaded by the evils of, culture and stuff yet. Or at least you could, maybe they're young enough to where you could manipulate their minds, and that whole propaganda machine. It's like the Eldians will rule this world, you must never oppose us. And it's like, yes, Master Eren. But yeah, it looks like they're about to die unless Eren does something. Because you're about to be stepped on, kid. Okay, back in that little flashback, I wished for everything to somehow disappear. I'm sorry. Wait. That's Ymir, isn't it? Like, ooh. It's like his face is slowly being crushed and he's seeing Ymir. So it's like, but if you can see Ymir, does that mean that you're Eldian? I'm so sorry. They're just splats on the ground now. And good lord, just seeing the footprint, and they're like, with all the blood splatter, they're about the size of the pinky toe or the next size toe. Oh lord. And you're just seeing like the Eldians, they're in, like, what is that? Or no, those are the refugees or the Eldians? Oh, they're the refugees. Okay, I see turbans. Or not turbans, fezzes. So yeah. But they're at like some kind of metal door, like, okay, that foot really looks like an elephant foot. Like, there's no actual toes. The toes look like they're kind of like this. Which is weird. Oh shit. They were trying to get into like what they thought was a fortified building that might have protected them. Yeah, they're about to be squashed too. Oh lord. And just all these footprints. And what the hell? There's only like smallest bits of buildings left. And also, was that the hill? They flattened most of the hill that was behind the cities. Oh shit. Oh lord, just look at them all in this double spread. Like, good lord. And here comes Eren in his... You know what that reminds me of now? I saw something on like some Sunday morning show where they were talking about like weird artistry technologies and stuff, and there's this man, I forget where, but he makes like these things that they're wind powered, and they're like little walking machines, and they have like giant fins, like, because that's what allows the, to catch the wind. And then when it catches the wind, it turns, I think he makes them out of like a PVC pipe or something. Very lightweight material. And then they just walk on the sands of the beaches and stuff. So, and it's like, that's kind of what that reminds me of. A little bit. It's not one for one, obviously, but like with all these exposed bones and stuff, and with the kind of the fin-like, bones on his spine, that's kind of what it reminds me of a little bit. Ever since I was born, in front of my eyes, there's always been a depressing wall. Well, now you can just depress the wall. Ha ha! Burning water. Land made of ice. Snowy plains of sand. They're not snowy if they're made of sand, Armin. A little flashback of them as kids. The outside world is so much wider than what's inside these walls. Those who've seen it must be in all the world. The most free. This is, and you got Eren just like, I'm on top of the world kind of thing. As people are being trampled and killed and horribly mangled. Freedom. Oh boy. And now he's passing out, it looks like, or just tired. And there's that elephant foot again. And just watching people's homes be destroyed, their lives being extinguished, and they're crying and clutching at their loved ones. It's like, it's coming, honey. I love you all, family. Oh boy. I mean, most of them are not all douchebags, right? Finally, I've reached it. This scenery. Hey, Armin. And now, Armin is at the coordinate. Eren? Okay, so he connected with Eren from the boat. Have your wounds healed already? Yeah, it seems like he just probably has just a bloody shirt at this point if he's up and walking. So Annie asked him that question. Huh? Annie? Yeah, since there was time, unbelievably. Being able to pass it so carefreely. I didn't think that it could be the case. Want to sit? She pats the deck beside her. He sits. I just thought I hadn't thanked you yet. Huh? All those years for talking to me. Thanks. Oh, are we going to have a tender little moment here with these two? Is it going to hint at them possibly getting together? I doubt it, but who knows? It probably will lead to many fan fictions. If it hasn't already at this point, like, good lord. Yeah. I thought I'd go crazy from the loneliness. Talking to you and Hitch was the only thing that I looked forward to. Annie. But why? Why would you choose a rock of all things for a conversation partner? Huh? Wasn't there someone brighter and more fun? That's... Oh, not right. Huh? It was because I wanted to see you, Annie. Oh, he's got a crush, it seems like. Why? Huh? You really don't understand, even though Hitch teased me that much? I don't. He's going to, actually confess his feelings, isn't he? Really? What are we doing? Right now, thousands, millions of people out there being crushed. What are we doing? Yeah, I get it. Since you're a good person, you even talk to an enemy like me. The same reason you won't give up on talking to Eren. When are you going to realize keeping company with a monster like me too? You're just running away from conflict, aren't you? I mean, is he really, if he's trying to resolve the conflict by, trying to come to a compromise with thy enemy? But, okay, she's standing up, and he's like, sit down. I said this before, but I hate being called a good person after all. I've killed many people, not only soldiers, people, children too, and choosing to betray everyone I grew up with on the island. Killing my comrades, I became a monster long ago. Somewhere in my head, one day, the promise I made with Eren to go on a journey into the unknown world, I thought we'd make that come true. The unknown world? It wasn't that great a thing after all, huh? Yeah, it was different from the world we saw in our dreams. I mean, your dreams are never quite fulfilled because, you dream too big and then things just will totally disappoint you. You dream too small, sometimes you typically get to see a wider scope of your original vision, but, disappointment is usually not far away. I hate to say it, but do try to live your dreams, but cautious optimism. Anyway, the seagull is coming to join you. It's like, hey, I saw a fish over there. Think I'm gonna eat it. What you say? I don't know. I'm just totally breaking the tension with humor. Still, that which we don't know must definitely be there beyond the walls, and we're seeing Eren. That's what I want to believe. The path which diverged will once again what? I assume merge again, cross paths. To be continued in the October edition. Okay, well, that was, that was an interesting chapter. I mean, it had horrible moments, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love to watch rampant destruction in the next person, but, a lot of those people I imagine are innocent. So there's like a very conflicted notion in my head for my love of wide scale destruction. But it's like I just it just, like I said, it's there's a conflict of interest there. Um, but yeah, and like I said, innocent people, that's definitely the case. Like, they're probably not all innocent, like, but like Eren could have easily have saved the children, as I suggested earlier. So like, you know, especially the refugees, like they're refugees. They literally have no power. They barely are even tolerated in Marley. So it's like, and he knew of them. He spent a little time with them, I believe, if I remember that chapter where he went with Ramsay, and you know, but unless that was somebody else, like I said, my memory is not the best, but yeah, so like he knew of their plights and such, right? So why wouldn't he have at least saved them, or at minimum the children? So, and I guess it's like no quarter spared for all that are not Eldians. But the way that Ramsay could see, you know, Ymir at the, you know, the end, the final fleeting moments of his life while his head was being compressed by the Titan. It was like, are they Eldians? And if that's the case, and Eren finds out, like, oh shit. Like, I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, you know, over the course of history, I'm sure certain people probably left the island and actually made it out into the world. So it's like, and I'm sure not all Eldians went to the island, right? I mean, there was a lot still in Marley, and, you know, so like, Marley and Eldians could have maybe spread out a little further too. The ones from the island might have escaped a few rare cases over the last century. Like, so like, there could literally be Eldians mixed in. I mean, like, 100 years or more, you know, that's at least 2-3 generations. So a lot of mixing of blood could have happened in that time. So I'm thinking that there might be more Eldians out there than, you know, anybody might have realized. And would Eren really like it that he started killing his own people? I mean, some cases he probably doesn't care, but like literally just the helpless refugees of a country he knows nothing about. It's like, yeah, that might tug at his black heart at this point, but I don't know. But yeah. Also, anybody getting those Armin and Annie vibes? They could name a child, you know, like Arthur, just to keep with the A names in the family, or what's a Agatha was a horrible name for a girl. What's a good name? Oh, Elise? Yeah, that works. But yeah, it definitely seemed like there was some feelings there, you know? Like, I think even Annie was like, why do you care for me? You know, kind of deal. So, that's another interesting route. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see how that how that, you know, continues on in the next installment. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the chapter. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like. Suggestions, you know, please give them. Links down below for all my social media so that you can keep up with my content and also have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. I'm part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Quiche-lings, why didn't you save the children, Eren?